the point now where we've waited 24 hours or a day to let the concrete around these posts go off or to set. So we're at the stage now where we're going to start putting the sleepers in behind the wall. So as we said, we've spaced our posts out so they're no more than 2.4 metres apart or 2400 mil. So we measure from the face of our cut down there to about halfway across this post, which is going to be 2330. Okay, so we're at the point now where we're going to put our sleepers, attach them to the back of the posts. So you grab one of your sleepers. We know our measurement is 2330. Just have a look at your sleepers. Sometimes they might have a cleaner face than the other. These are clean on both sides, so it doesn't really matter which is going to be the front and which is going to be the back. So we lay that down. We're going to be cutting this side of the post off, so make sure that's elevated so that the offcut will just fall away and it won't jag your saw. Okay, so we've cut our sleeper down. We just pick that up and carry that over and drop it between these two posts. Now once again, just check that your measurement's pretty close. That's very good. Now remembering that we're working on a pretty level side here so that we don't have to make too many adjustments, but you want these sleepers that are sitting horizontal, you want them to be level. It looks a lot better at your finished product. Okay, we're at the point now we're going to bolt these sleepers together. Now we're using galvanised cup head bolts. Must be galvanised. You can also get bolts in zinc plated, but the zinc plated bolts can sometimes react with the treatment of the sleepers and eventually they may rust out. So always using galvanised hardware. So we've just bought bolts according to the size we want. I think these are 180 mil. The two sleepers together at 75 mil is 150 mil, so we've just got a bit of play at the end. I like to measure 50 mil in, just where these bolts are going to go, so that they will all line up at the end. It looks a lot neater at the end. Using a square, we just sit the square on the top of that sleeper behind there. Now that mark there represents the top of the sleeper. So we just run that mark across as such, and then we can measure down again. Well, probably I like to measure about 30 mil down and then 30 mil up from the bottom of that sleeper, which is going to be 170 mil from that mark. Okay, so we've put the bolt through. We just put a washer on the back and then our nut goes on there. We'll do the same at the other end. So this way there's a bolt top and a bolt at the bottom. That sleeper's not going to move around at all. It's not going to twist and it's not going to warp, and it'll look better for your job at the end result. Okay, we're at the point now, we've put our 4 sleepers up and this is going to be our finished height of the wall. We've gone through and bolted the sleepers down the bottom. So now that this top sleeper is in place, we're just going to use our square again, because this is going to give us our finished height of where to cut the post off. So we'll just sit our square on top of that, sleeper at the back, mark that line through there, and then once again just mark that line across the face of that sleeper. And we'll do the same on this one. sleeper. And then we'll get our power saw. Now, you will need someone to help you with this, so
I think this is probably a good time to mention, Chris, that we are using CCA treated pine sleepers here. And CCA treated pine sleepers to a level of H4, which it has to be for in-ground use. So when you are buying the sleepers, they need to be H4 treated for in-ground use. And the beauty of the pine sleepers is that, being a softwood, the CCA treatment penetrates all the way through the timber. So even when Chris has made a cut here, the timber that's exposed is still treated. If you were using hardwood sleepers, this would be all untreated timber that would be exposed, and it would be really important to treat that and protect that timber. So CCA pine is what we've used. It's lighter, it's easier to cut and drill, as you've seen today, and it'll last 40 years. You will get a guarantee on treated pine timber for 40 years. So it's an excellent product to use.
We're at the point now, we've cut the top of our post off. We're just going to grab this sleeper, put it back on.
Now, as a follow-up to our talk about the actual treatment in the timber, it's important to remember that this treatment will protect it from fungal attack and also termite attack. It won't stop or prevent the timber from aging or weathering. So don't expect these pieces of timber to look like this in a number of years' time. If you want them to look good for longer, there are various stains or even painting that you can do to make this timber look more beautiful for longer.